Magic fan now, low key. I'm here in Orlando. I go to the games. I support the guys.
Of course.
Honestly, man.
And your neighbors. I mean, let's just put out there. Your neighbors.
I am neighbors with Coach Mosley. Who also, man, let's be honest, this position puts him more pressure on him. When you go win now and go compete now, you have to compete. Otherwise, they'll blame the first person to blame.
Sure, but this is what I'm sure this is what he wanted. He's like, give me some
for
damn
sure. I
shit
mean, he's probably like, I'd rather have this than last year, where I'm like drawing straws. He's looking at me like, bro, get out of here. I'm like, I'm in slacks. Yeah. Now he has a team with guys he can go out there and battle and hoop with. I'm sure he's very happy. Added pressure for a coach sometimes is wanted if it brings on talent. I'll take it. You know what I mean? So I'm very happy for Coach Mosley. He is a neighbor. And to be truthful, besides the fact that I grew up in Orlando, I'm always drawn to who the best player is and how he is. And Paolo Banchero is just like an amazing person. Forget how good of he is as a basketball player. I've gotten to talk to him, man. There's a level of humility with this kid that like you just don't see. You know what I mean? And I was really drawn to him, watching him perform, compete. He has extreme work ethic. He loves his craft. Bro, he purposely just went out and bought a huge house here in Orlando that had a gym in it. So he could always be in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't worried about being on a lake, which it is, but like he wasn't worried about all these other things. That's a priority for him, is living in that damn gym. It means something to me, not to mention who he is as a person. So I feel good going to support them because I've had conversations with Paolo, and I've had conversations with Suggs, and I've had conversations with Coach Mosley, and these are like really good human beings. So like it just feels natural. I'm from here. They got good guys, good players. Suggs plays so hard. He's hurt all the time because he plays too hard. I fucking love it. It's hard not for me to cheer against these guys and be a Magic fan again like I once was.
What do you think about the rebranding? The new jerseys, the logo?
I don't mind it. I like the pinstripes. Some of the Magic, the wording, the font. I'm not the craziest over the Magic font, but I'm being picky here. I like how they try to bring back some of that retro feel. You know, those Penny Shaq jerseys with the pinstripes. They kind of incorporated that. I'm cool with it, man. The rebranding. They got a new team essentially that they're rebuilding right now. It's very exciting, man. I think if you're a Magic fan, you've been hoping, man, listen, you got the hard part down. We kept saying this last year. They got the hard part down. You can't just go get a star, especially in a small market team. You have to hope to draft one. They did. And they got one of the better ones in the league, Paolo. He's going to be a guy that's going to be hopefully leading us in the LA Olympics in a couple years.
I think Jalen Williams might have just put his hat in the ring too.
Jalen Williams will definitely be in there.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Jalen Williams will be in there. Chet, they'll have two. They'll have Jalen and Chet. We'll have an episode where we can maybe put together the whole roster for that.
It is fun to talk about.
It is. And it's tough too because like Cooper hasn't played yet. We don't know how good he is going to be yet. We don't know how Dylan Harper might come in cutting up. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's hard to fill out the back half of that, but we'll have an episode probably in the near future.
One guy we never talk about being on that team too is like a guy like Tyrese Maxey, who's done nothing but get better and better every year. But for some reason when we talk about the 2028 Olympic team, like they just...
It's just his team is... You know what, man? That team is so impossible to diagnose because their roster still is nuts.
Yeah.
It's still so good, man. Like it's...
They're going to add, looks like maybe VJ Edgecombe might be going 3 to them. That's all the mocks have been saying that. So
another wing, another guard.
Another good player.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that, but they have a very talented roster still with Joel Embiid on their team. So we'll see. Last year was a mess. But it can't get any worse. So hopefully...
Did you see last night, before we close, I wanted to bring this up. Did you see last night when they were talking about KD potentially going to the Spurs? Did you see Sham's face? It was like almost like he already knew that that's like locked up.
Listen, I like Shams. I fuck with Shams. I take everything for face value though with any of them, okay? Because you just never know. They only know what they've been told.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's not Shams' word. It's whoever told Shams.
Well, I know. I'm just saying someone mentioned it and he just kind of had a look and I was like,
yeah.
It kind of went viral. But with that fit though, I mean, do you like that?
In San Antonio, depends on what they give up. I told you.
Can't be Castle and it can't be number 2.
Can't be Castle, can't be number 2 pick. Can't do it. I'm not giving them up. So there's nothing really there to give because that's going to be a non-negotiable for Phoenix. Yeah. Fucking who knows? The way they've been running shit over there. They might give them away for apples. I don't know. The Kevin Durant price is lowered. It was too high before. Now it's lowered. If I'm the Spurs, I'm not trading Castle or my second pick for Kevin. Only because of the timing of which our team is already young and this is a very good draft. We could really build a team that could dominate for the next 10 years for a guy that has a 3-4 year runway to put yourself in a situation to where you don't have the roster to go win now to win now, versus just building it out organically when you have the path and setup to do so, whether it's the second round pick, Castle, all these young guys that are developing. I personally would go that way. That's just my choice. Kevin Durant's a phenomenal player. I don't think the Spurs are the right team for him. Houston, who has tons of players they don't even play anyways, who are very valuable and athletic and things, that's different. New York, which has this like roster of all these guys that kind of do similar things, but it's like OG and Josh and Mikal, like they're all, you maybe be able to do something there. That makes sense. Spurs don't make no fucking sense. They don't have a team even with Kevin and Wemby. They're not winning right now anyway. So it's like, why are you going there? And then giving away all your young talent? No, your team.
Oh, so you don't think if Wemby's an MVP candidate next year, which he could be, De'Aaron Fox and KD, that's not something?
They need more players than that, man. You need a roster. We just went over how teams win. Yeah. OKC's really good, not just because they have Chet, Jalen, and Shea. It's because they have Caruso, they have Cason Wallace, they have Lou Dort, they have Wiggins. You just keep going down the list. They need a roster. Don't give away all this. They have it. They're getting there. Just be patient. Wemby is 15. Your team is very young. Just be patient. You got the second pick in the draft, in a loaded draft. Go get you some talent. Develop. I don't care if that's Dylan Harper. I don't care if that's VJ Edgecombe. I don't know who it's going to be. They have a variety of guys they can go get and build it organically. Learn from what OKC has done. When they traded Paul George for all these young guys, like, yeah, we'll go do it. But Sam Presti did it. It's what Danny Ainge is trying to do right now. Okay? Just do it the right way. That's my take. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about something that I think is very valuable as a teaching moment for basketball youth. And it's the conversation around the heat check. I want to have this conversation because I've seen it happen multiple times in the playoffs, finals even, with the best players and how they're not doing it, okay? I saw, not last game because Halliburton obviously didn't have his greatest game, but game 4, game 3, there are multiple times where a player like Halliburton or Shea made a shot, 2 shots, 3 shots in a row. They got that rebound. They're pushing it down the court. They come down off a screen. They have a decent shot, maybe not really. Most guys, heat check. So for young players listening, man, when you make 2 or 3 shots in a row, it doesn't mean the 4th time is for you to jack up a bad shot and waste a possession. I used to do it when I was young in high school. I'd make 2 or 3 shots, crowd standing up their feet knowing I'm just going to force a bad shot and everybody would just hope it goes in. It's not good basketball, especially in today's NBA when we talk about how these teams are all deep and that everybody plays off the catch and move and everybody knows how to make a play and everybody knows how to put the ball on the floor and get it from good to great shot. We talk about how the Pacers are one of the best good to great shot teams. I saw Halliburton make a couple threes in a row. They're within the offense the next play down after he's just made a couple in a row. He gets a 3 that's actually kind of open for him to launch. But in the corner, he has someone wide open. Doesn't even think about it. He's off it. It's not about you. It's not about the heat check. What are you proving? If you're hot, then you'll be hot the next play down. And maybe that time you'll get a better shot. The best shot is always the best shot. Okay? The best shot is always the best shot. It's not about if you've hit 2 or 3 in a row. I've seen it multiple times. Even Shea last night, late in the game, he hit a couple tough fades. I'm thinking he'll come down and get busy. No, Jalen Williams got it going. You know what he does? He saw Jalen White kicks it right to him. It's not about a heat check. Heat checks are bad for your team. They're bad for your percentages. They're bad for the game. Now, are they fun for the fans to see a guy maybe make 5 in a row and Steph hits 3 or 4 in a row? We see him come down. We want him to hoist it to see if he'll make another one in a row. Perfect for us.
Yeah, but even when Steph makes a few in a row, then you'll see him out of nowhere just throw a dime under the hoop.
If he's kind of open and Clay's wide open, it's right. It was right to Clay. Yeah. Obviously, Clay's not there anymore, but you know what I'm saying. You throw it to Kevin when he had that team, or if someone's wide open, he makes the right play. The good ones don't ever sweat a heat check guy. So for the young players listening, if you're a really good player, man, if you're that guy, if you could really score the ball, you don't ever need to heat check because you're always going to have the ball in your hands. It doesn't matter that you made 3 in a row. Always make the right play because that's the best play to make for your team. It's the best for percentages, stats, everything. Heat checks don't ever usually work out. And it usually ends up in a fast break point or a point for the other team. A bad shot always leads to good offense for the other team. Damn near every time. So when you make 2 or 3 shots, when you're playing AAU this summer, guys, when you're playing for your high school team and you made a few shots, don't take it as the next play is my play. No, the next play is for you to use that as an advantage for the whole team to be, if anything, centered around you. The opposite team is going to be like, oh, we can't, he's made 3 in a row. Use that to find the open guy for a better shot because they're going to be cued on you. Don't heat check. Yeah. I see it all the time in youth basketball. The reason I bring it up is because I went to a game the other day where I was watching some AAU. This kid made a couple shots in a row. This dude comes down and hoists a horrific shot. Other team catches it, gets fast break late. Momentum just switched just like that. Yeah. When he could have used that to come off a screen and instead of shooting over 2 people in a double team, just hit the open man in the pocket and make him make a play.
And you even talk about it all the time where one guy's getting it going, having a big game. The other guys kind of get cold and they're not in rhythm either, right? So then when you would need those guys down the stretch.
That's too late.
Yeah.
Heat checks are never good. Play the right way. If you got it going, use that momentum to always make the better play, the right play. If they're going to be cued on you because you made 2, 3 in a row, then use that to your advantage. Don't force up bad shots. The heat check always leads to good offense for the other team. I see it all the time in the youth. If you hit a couple, you think you're inclined to score. It's like when a coach draws up a play for you, it's not for you to score. It's for you to have an opportunity to score, but for you to make a play for the team. If the play revolves around you coming off, but you see someone open, throw them the ball. That means the play's worked. It doesn't mean you have to shoot. It's no different when you have a heat check. When you've hit 2 or 3 shots in a row, it does not mean you get to come down and just hoist a fucked up shot. I did it. We're all guilty of it. I'm telling you, it's not the right way to play. And I'm telling you, as this game's evolved and these teams are now centered around having 9 good players and everyone's passing and moving and pop, you can't play that way anymore. All right? That is a key lesson I think young players need to understand, especially the good guys, the guys who are really good, the best players on your team. If you're a best player on your team right now, hear this. Don't fall into that type of shit. It's not good. Anyway, so I'm done preaching. That's my preach for the day.